more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles. But also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Four down. Good. By 4, ready.
On 1st down, Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready. Double weighty.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
Four down. Check. Got it. Check safety.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on right and shoot.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
I know you feel that. Let's go, let's go.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
A give to Howard. Powering his way forward. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And that one good for 16 yards and a 1st.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll.
Let him.
Breeze to throw on second down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, guard an island over there. Single receiver. Check 9. 21. I'm coming. Check 59. Mike. Under. 59. Here we go. Take the edge. Go. Under. Mike 5'9". I'm coming up.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check.
Breeze going to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
12.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He sets the... and he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Fights off the defender. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. A give left side to Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, left, 28 left. Kill.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Over the middle, it is Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
95-56.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Under.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Breeze to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is out of bounds here. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. 3rd down here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Got it!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we
The
go.
rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Breeze. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. Breeze now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Got it!
Toss play, Kamara. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Oh, he did it again. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 47 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Howard. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Gotta go.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A give. This is Kamara. And some room to roam now. Whoosh. And he's into the clear. 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Left. Check 59, 11. Ready for shot.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go.
Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep. They'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go with Howard again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alex Okafor. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.